Hello, bonjour, namaste, ni hao, and ohio, everybody. What is going on? It is Galeriot here, and welcome back to the YouTube channel once again for another Danmachi video. And today, we are back with some more Danmachi Season 5 information, including a brand new key visual that you guys can see on your screens right now, and a brand new PV to go through. Of course, if you didn't know earlier today, there was a live stream covering not only Danmachi Battle Chronicles' first anniversary, but along with that, some brand new Season 5 information was revealed, including the key visual and PV. But along with all of that as well, we got a release date as well. We already knew it was going to come out in October because it's a fall show, but we didn't have an exact date. Well, we do have a date, as you guys can see right above my head. It is premiering on the 4th of October, and along with that actually as well, I should also mention, if I go over to just Danmachi Season 5 generally speaking, and I scroll down a little bit, just a little bit, teeny tiny bit, there we go. There will be a premiere of the first episode of Season 5 at Anime NYC on the 24th of August. Now, I will try and see if I can watch it if in some way, shape, or form. And if we can watch the first episode, I will be posting a review of it on the channel. Don't worry about that. August 24th, I will be there. We will be there for that first episode premiere as well. Now, of course, if you guys going to enjoy this video, I'm going to be doing a bit of a mini reaction to the trailer, the PV. I'm going to be going over the key visual as well. But the PV is what we're looking forward to the most. I'm going to be going frame by frame. I'm not going to react to the entire thing in one go, otherwise I'll get copyright claimed. We do not want that. I don't want High Dive or anybody else on my ass. So we're gonna do a frame by frame sort of reaction and, you know, just breakdown, basically going over every detail that we can. Of course, I'm somebody who has read the light novel, so I know what's happening in terms of the light novels as well. And of course, along with that as well, I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts on what do I think about it so far. Do I like the look of it, don't like the look of it, and so on and so forth. So if you guys going to enjoy this video, remember to leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel, and all that good stuff. And let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about the PV and key visual? Do you guys like the look of it, don't like the look of it? Let me know your thoughts. But along with that, remember to not spoil anything in the comment section. Nothing regarding the light novels. If I even see a hint of the light novels in my comment section, your comment's gonna get deleted, and I will also potentially time you out in my live streams. So be warned, I do not want anybody to have their comments deleted or anything of that sort, or potentially get banned. I want this to be a completely spoiler-free video because people haven't read the light novels. Not everybody has read the light novels. I know you may think that, but not everybody has read the light novels. So just be warned, I will not tolerate any form of spoilers in my comment section. All right. So without a further ado, let's talk about Season 5 and let's talk about the new things that were revealed today. So first and foremost, we have this key visual. Of course, we see Belle in a brand new outfit, a very Freya Familia-esque outfit, you could say, right? So it does seem like Freya is finally making her move on Belle, especially following the events of Seer potentially asking him out on a date. Now, we know Seer and Freya have some form of connection. We don't exactly know what the connection is. A lot of people have been spreading theories about potentially sisterly relationship, mother-daughter relationship, potentially a alter ego personality sort of thing, potentially, where Freya can switch between Seer and Freya personality as well, and they're the same person, but just alter egos. So there's a lot of theories going about with Freya and Seer, but it does seem like Seer asking Belle on a date has enabled Freya to take action, basically, and grab Belle for herself in some way, shape, or form. It's why we see Freya Familia going into action actually in the PV as well, it seems like. Also along with that, we did see another Freya Familia member trying to help Belle develop some romanticism as well in himself, of course, as well, with the bouquet training, of course, right? Reps of 30 bouquet giving training, basically, you know what I mean? But we'll come on to that in a moment. But yeah, this PV is seemingly looking like we're gonna see a potential situation where Freya manages to get her hands on Belle, and it doesn't look like Belle's gonna have a good time. It does not look like Belle's having a good time so far. I do think that, like I've been saying for a while now, I do think this is gonna adapt volume 16 and 17, which leaves volume 18 a little bit up in the air. I'll talk about volume 18 once we talk about the PV, because there is a little bit of a rumor going about. I've been seeing it on some people mentioned on Reddit. I was actually shown it on Discord as well, but there's been a little bit of a rumor going around about the potential second half of season 5 and where that could go, the finale of this arc. So we'll talk about that later on, of course, right? But let's take a look at the PV now. The PV, I think, is the meat and potatoes of this, right? So we obviously immediately get shown the whole I'm in love with Belle scene with Seer, of course, right? We also get to see Ryu after the events of the Deep Floors, of course, right? Season 4, the face-off against Juggy, right? We get to see her finally lengthening out her hair. It does seem like she's going back to her Astrea record days, of course, right? Her Astrea record days, her hair was long. You guys should go and check that out. You guys should go and check her out when she was in Astrea Record. Her hair is it's voluminous or voluminous. I don't know if that's even a word, but it is full of volume. It is just long. So it does seem like we're gonna be getting that Ryu again with the long hair, which is gonna be chef's kiss. I love Ryu with the long hair. In my opinion, she looks way better with the long hair. I like short-haired Ryu, but long-haired Ryu way better in my opinion, way better. So obviously we're seeing Seer finally, be like, I want to take Belle on a date. It's time, man. I gotta make my move, man. I don't want you to come in my way. No, none of you can come in my way. So it does seem like Seer's making her move, which is gonna make things very interesting. Of course, this has been the whole setup for season 5 so far, right? Is Belle being invited by Seer to the Goddess Festival, right? The Goddess of Fertility Festival. So we also see Horn giving the letter as well. Again, sort of fitting into that whole ideology that Freya and Seer are somewhat related. Maybe Seer was an ex-member, one of the original founding members of the Freya Familia, maybe. And that's where the whole mother-daughter thing comes in, where Freya basically adopted her potentially, and she was one of the founding members of the Familia. And hence why also we come over here as well, right? Actually, and Hestia goes on to say that she's never met the Seer girl. So maybe that because of Seer's connection to Freya, there being a very deep connection, Hestia might be able to tell that connection is there and therefore make things a little bit more problematic for Seer. Hence why Seer has never met Hestia and vice versa as well. But everybody also goes on to just be like, what? How have you never met her, kind of thing. It's very shocking that you've never met her at all, Everybody just says, huh? And it's like, wait, what? How have you never met her? And that is very telling in itself. So again, this is the reveal we're going to be getting basically in season 5, is what is the connection between Seer and Freya. Again, my theory is that they're going to be something to do with a mother-daughter and or sisterly relationship. I just don't see her being the alter ego. I will still maintain that. I don't think I will expect to see Seer being an alter ego of Freya. I don't see it. It just doesn't make any sense to me for some reason. I don't know why, but it just doesn't make any sense. Because then, how is... Well, first and foremost, Freya basically acting like Seer working in a bar with Mia. I mean, I know Mia obviously has her own connections to Freya, and so does Anya as well, but it doesn't make any sense there. Alternatively, you could also say that Mia and Anya are there to protect Seer as well, potentially, from the dangers of Freya, and the Familia potentially grabbing her at any point, right? Maybe that's what it is as well. I don't know. It doesn't feel like there's any sort of interconnection in the sense of they're the same person. I just don't see it. Of course, we also go on to see this sequence, which I think this is very telling to me that JC staff haven't really nailed the hand-to-hand combat in Danmachi, I feel. As much as I really love the action sequences in season 4 and even in season 3, some of the action sequences between Astrea and Belle and stuff like that looked good. More often than not, I always feel myself a little bit disappointed with the hand-to-hand combat sequences with JC staff when it comes to Danmachi. So I'm really hoping, especially in this season as well, right, when we get to see, of course, Hayden, fighting against Belle and taking him in to basically train him and prepare him for the goddess of the fertility arc, as you can see here with the bouquet training. Of course, put everything you have into your tryst. Yeah, this tells me that there's something with Seer as well, where they don't really like Seer for some reason or something or the other, basically, and are very disappointed in Belle taking Seer to the goddess festival. But again, it's just that the hand-to-hand combat sequences is something they need to work on, and I'm hoping that they do well. I mean, the small things we saw here didn't look too bad, but again, you know, it's just small snippets, and it's just also a cutaway, so we can't really tell too much there, in all honesty. So we're gonna have to wait and see, of course, right? We're gonna have to wait and see. Now, of course, we get to hear the openings and endings for the very first time, with the ending being done by Saju Nohana. Saju Nohana is back. Hydrate is the song's name. Really lovely song. I really liked it. I didn't mind it at all. Saju Nohana bangs anyways. She's really lovely when it comes to singing. So I'm all for it. I think that is fantastic. And of course, we get to see some a little bit more here, of course, with Seer and Belle's date, it seems like, of course, and them kind of connecting a little bit more and stuff like that. We see the emblem that Seer gave to Belle ages ago, again, indicating that connection between Seer and Freya in some way, shape, or form. And then we get to see just how Seer is basically trying to identify by saying kidnap me to Belle, basically, and trying to effectively see if Belle and Seer's relationship goes somewhere. Again, I love this sequence, by the way. I really like these shots. These two shots with Seer and Belle was really nice. I really like the style there. Same with this church shot as well. That was well done as well. Again, when JC staff can work on being consistent, they can nail stuff. I mean, we've seen it in Railgun, we've seen it in season 4 of Danmachi, we've seen it in so many of their other shows as well. It just comes down to they need to be consistent to be able to actually nail shit, you know what I mean? But yeah, I really liked the sequences here, to be quite honest. I think they did a fantastic job there. Again, showing the whole date sequence and how Seer is just trying to get things going there, basically, right? We also have Green Boys doing the opening of the season as well, called Boys. It's literally called Boys. It's not a bad song. Again, I want to hear it in its entirety, and I want to hear it with the proper like opening intro, so to see if it's any good and stuff as well. But it's good to see, you know, the how Seer is kind of like taking Belle for a ride, basically, effectively, while the Freya Familia is effectively hunting them down. Ice comes into the picture as well, which is good to see. Again, I want to make a video sooner rather than later talking about the things you need to know regarding season 5, and Ice plays a bit of a role. She does play a bit of a role, and I would probably set up some stuff for you guys, and I'm gonna let you guys know from now. You probably will need to read some Sword of Rotoria stuff. The best thing for you to do is probably read Danvimo's Sword of Rotoria stuff, but you guys need to. I will say that immediately. This is why I'm really annoyed with the JC staff, not JC staff really, but the production committee at Danmachi for failing effectively to do a second season or more of Sword of Rotoria. There's a lot of critical things that will be coming up in the upcoming seasons for Danmachi that you'll probably need Sword of Rotoria for, and the fact that they're not doing it is a damn fucking shame, you know. But yeah, we got obviously them Seer just trying to play with Belle, basically, is the best way to put it. We get to see some brand new Freya Familia members as well, and you get to see the outfit of Freya Familia as well. Makes sense, he's wearing the same thing as well. Again, I'm telling y'all, there's something afoot here. There's something definitely afoot here. Obviously, they're trying to eliminate her. She's already a criminal. Is this a reference to potentially Seer or somebody else? So there is that factor as well. Is she really a goddess? Potential hint towards Seer being an alternative goddess as well. Hermes coming into a play there as well. It's going to be very interesting. It seems like Hestia Familia is going to be under some trouble as well, which does make sense as well. But this is it. We're getting to the nitty-gritty when it comes to Freya and Seer. We've been, you know, deliberating, questioning what's happening there. What is the situation there? Who is Seer? What relationship does she have with Freya? It's looking like, you know, we're going to be getting into that phase, basically, where Seer is going to basically try and push away from Freya in some way, shape, or form. And that is going to be something we'll need to see how it pans out. Is Seer going to be able to push away from Freya? Or is she going to basically lead Belle to Freya? We're going to have to wait and see. Based on the key visual, we know which direction that's going in, but we're going to have to wait and see, of course. Along with that, there was also something else that came up as well. Actually, I'll check it through this. We'll go to Warner Bros. Japan anime. I'm going to pause this. We're going to go back to the live stream really quickly, and I want to push over to here basically really quickly. So Wistoria anime, yeah, we know about that already. If we move a little bit back, I think. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. So along with the reveal of the PV and key visual and all that sort of stuff, the release date as well, we also got an announcement that there is going to be a 10th anniversary celebration for the anime as well. So last year, 2023, we had a year-long celebration for the light novels reaching 10 years. We had a 10-year celebration for the light novels reaching 10 years. Now we're going to get an anime version of that as well. A 10th anniversary for the anime. Now, I don't know what that'll entail. Maybe an adaptation of one of the Dan Mimo stories. Sword Oratoria 2. But I think more importantly than all of that, and I think unfortunately more importantly than all of that, not more importantly, but more unfortunately, I think this means we're going to be getting a movie. I think that, so season 5 in theory should be encapsulating volumes 16, 17, and 18. Now, initially I thought it was going to be a 2-core. First core being 16 and 17, second core being 18. I think there's a very good chance that volume 18 ends up being a movie. And I'm not a fan of that. I'm tired of these studios and these production committees going down this Demon Slayer trend of doing movies. I am tired of this movie trend. The reason why I'm tired is, while I would love to see Danmachi on the big screen once again, just like it was for Arrow of Orion, right? They did a fantastic job with Arrow of Orion. It was great on the big screen. Doing it for something that's canonical, doing it for something that has a continuity, doing it for something that literally had its previous half of the arc basically in anime TV format, and then the second half of the arc in the movie format, just doesn't make sense. Because one, distribution rights take so long. It just takes so long because you don't know when it'll come out globally. You don't know when it'll be translated into English or the subtitles will happen and so on and so forth. By the time it's done in Japan, it'll probably take another few months for it to come over to the global side and to the Western regions, right? So that is problem number one. Problem number two is getting people to try and watch the anime and then have to watch the movie. And it's like, why? Why do you have to do two different things, right? There's no point. Like, as much as I would love to see a movie for Danmachi, make it non-canonical, make it something different entirely, make it Aedes Vesta, do something else. Why are you making us go from a TV format, leaving it on a cliffhanger, okay, cool, and then jumping straight into fucking a movie format that, you know, we don't know when we're gonna be able to watch, right? I don't like it. I don't like the idea of it being a movie. I'd rather it not be a movie. I'd rather it be a TV format, episodes, 12, 13, whatever, how many ever episodes you need for volume 18, just do it. It's gonna be so much better in a TV format. I don't want it to be movie. Please, for the love of God, I'm praying and I'm crossing my fingers, knocking on wood, don't make it a movie. I don't want a movie for Danmachi season 5, second half, whatever, the goddess, second half of this Freya arc, basically. I don't want it. I do not want it. I don't want it for the second half of this Freya Seer arc. Please, just, I hope it's not the case, but I have a sneaking suspicion it is going to be the case. Let me know what you guys think, though. Do you guys disagree with that idea? Let me know if you guys think that, you know, a movie is actually a good idea. Maybe you guys think that's the case. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Once again, no spoilers in there. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy, everybody. Bye-bye.